Hello, are you ready for me to show you so much stuff that I have been saving up since through Vlogmas and before? Little basket of goodness here. Could that be my thumbnail? Oh no, it cannot. Look at my awful hair. Oh, dreadful. Oh well. No, we'll have to think of something else for a thumbnail. Sorry about Margot, nothing changes. And I've got a basket of loot as well, acquisitions. But first, this little lady is not going to give me any peace until she's had a walk. So I will be back looking even more dishevelled. I'll try and do something about the lighting as well, and do a little podcast. Oh, it's dreadful business. Okay, see you in a nanosecond. All right, here we go. I had a walk with the dog, had a cuddle with the kittens. Now I'm sitting on my creaky chair. I say had a cuddle with the kittens, but I haven't seen one of them since this morning. It's pouring down with rain. She's probably hiding somewhere. Probably found herself somewhere nice and snug. However, her sister is not happy about it and is calling out to her. So hopefully she'll turn up soon. So I'm a little bit distracted because I do worry about them. Inevitably. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're thinking, Gaynor, didn't know you had kittens, you need to go and watch my vlogs on my other channel, Gaynajane. I talk all about them in my video just before Vlogmas started. I've been doing lots of creative things. It's been really good. I've been doing loads and loads of crafting. Now let me show you. Shall we start with the knitting? We'll start with the knitting. I'm just going to work through this pile that's to the side of me. Oh, first up, I'll tell you what I'm wearing. This is the Sophie scarf. Of course it's the Sophie scarf. Everybody, not everybody, lots of people have seen the value in having a little tiny neckerchief. And indeed, there are quite a lot of designers out there coming out with their own version of a little jaunty neck thing. And I want to knit all of them. I think they're all marvellous. Love this colour. It's kind of a tomatoey orangey red. I really like it. I really like it. I hope things are going to show up all right. It's a really dark, manky day today. I have got a little sort of ring light thing on, so hopefully that will help things. This tank top thing is my Stockholm V-neck slipover by Petite Knit, and it goes from a really tiny chest circumference to a really large chest circumference. However, I am told that the grading is a bit funny on the larger sizes, so just look out for that. I obviously can only talk about the size that I'm wearing, which turned out to be an enormous, not enormous, it turned out to be, what am I trying to say, bigger than I anticipated. So it's kind of floppy and baggy and actually covered in Wagamamas, because I had the Thai beef lunch deal the other day, Thai beef salad, and it came in a bowl, and for some reason I decided to try to stab the beef from the side against the bowl, and I upended the bowl and ended up with all the food, not all of it, but quite a lot of it, on my jumper, in my lap and all over the floor. I'm a toddler. So that's what I'm wearing. And this is what I have obsessively knitted over Christmas time. Aimee Loudon from And Other Knits has brought out this pattern, the Manderley scarf, which, oh hi Bill. Bill's got a kidney infection. He has Thursdays off anyway, but yeah, he's had a kidney infection out of the blue. It's all going on here. Yeah, let me tell you about this scarf. Oh, I loved every stitch, honestly. When I cast on, can't remember which end is my cast on end now. you cast oh my gosh, I can't tell which one is my cast on. Here's my cast on. You cast on and you just do some short rows. Now this one is the small size. There's one that has got 2 scallops in the middle and one that's got 3 in the middle. Oh, here's Wilfred. Sorry about that, he had to come home from school early today. What was I saying? I was talking about there's 3 different sizes. I chose to do the small. You cast on here, you do some short rows, you do some short rows, you do some short rows. It's very easy to follow the pattern. I did not pull I do German short rows, and I did not pull my yarn over tight enough initially, so I ended up with a sloppy looking edge. So because it took no time at all to do it to start with, I redid it and now it's looking mighty fine and I absolutely love it. I knitted it in Maya at the Wool Barns sock yarn, which was a gift. I don't have the tab anymore, which was a gift from a friend 7 or 8 years ago, from my friend Laura. We made this home on Instagram, and I can't remember now the content. It's something like cashmere and alpaca. Now when I was knitting this, I was just swooning over how soft it feels, and the colour is the most beautiful baby blush pink. It's so lovely and I absolutely love it. And this took 2 full length sock skeins, so fingering weight. So this would be 800 meters of 4-ply fingering weight yarn. Look at that, it looks like I'm in a little shop window. And I really love it. The only thing is I forgot that I find alpaca a little bit scratchy, a little bit tickly frickly, but I can tune that out. It's so lovely. It's such a lovely scarf. I haven't blocked it or anything. Maybe I should. Maybe that would give me a little tiny bit more length, because I would like a tiny little bit more length. Excuse me with my muddy bit of my blouse there, but that's the kittens. Yeah, but I could wear it like, well, I don't know. I don't mind. I think it's fine. I just love it. I just loved knitting it. Honestly, I just loved knitting it. It was the loveliest thing. Yeah, this needs a block. I can feel that it would benefit from just a little gentle wash, and then that'll give me a little extra length. That's all I need. Yeah. Oh, it is so gorgeous. Look at that. Of course, haven't woven my ends in yet. I will. I'm gonna do it. I like weaving ends in. I've not got a problem with it. So this is the Manderley scarf, and it is out now in 3 different sizes. It's just a super relaxing but engaging thing to knit. I love it. I absolutely love it. How many times can I say it? And I'm very much looking forward to the next incarnation of this Manderley scarf. You might already know, but you might not. I don't know, because I'm not really on Instagram much these days, so I don't get to see all the latest news. But I know that Aimee is working on a triangle version, so it'll be straight across the top and then triangle like this with little scallops, and it's just being finessed, because so far it literally takes 1 skein of 4-ply yarn. So she's just double checking all the numbers. I will be knitting that as soon as she just pings over her notes. I knitted this before she'd properly finalised the pattern as well. So I didn't test knit it. I just did as she told me. I've just spotted an annoying thing. Oh, look, because I was holding 2 skeins together. I only picked up one of the loops there. Didn't spot that in time. I did that occasionally, and all I did was just drop down, pick up the loop that I'd not knitted, and then just re-knit it. It was fine. I think unless that's the one I already know about, I think I've done that a couple of times. But look, it's taken me all that time to not be able to find it, so I'm sure it's not a problem. I will link patterns in my description box, but if you can't find them, Google can help, or you can just pop it in my little text box. Why am I saying this? Because I'm being sent Snapchats from my son, who's at an agricultural show today. The one that is not interrupting me is at an agricultural show, and he's interrupting me with a Snapchat. But I'm going to have to see what he says. Hold on. He was just telling me that he's not home for supper tonight. He won't be home in time. Okay, next thing to show you is another Stockholm slipover in Let Lopey. This one, I knitted it ages ago, and I didn't like the neckline, so I ripped it out and I did it again. I don't think I did a very good job, honestly. I think really the best way for me to have done the neckline would have been to have adjusted it as I was knitting it. Oh, actually it looks fine. If I take this off, now I've got a fibre of something in my eye. Oh, and a piece of fluff up my nose. Oh, it actually looks all right, because before it went kind of down like this, and all I did was I just unravelled the neckline, picked up fewer stitches around the corner here so that that would lift this up. I didn't want to bring it in more here. I just wanted to lift this up. So if you imagine it long and like that, I just, between there and there, fewer stitches, which kind of brought it all up. It seems to have worked. It's not the neatest job, but again, a bit like not catching every loop on a stitch. I don't think anybody's going to notice. And it's a hand knitted piece of jumper. But I'm glad to have done that, because I wasn't wearing it. It looked weird. The neckline just looked weird with things. So this is much more wearable now. And it's very cozy. Let Lopey is ever so good. And really, I'm only showing you this because I want to encourage people to take time with your knitting to make it work for you. This is something that is very speedy to knit in the grand scheme of things. However, I wasn't wearing it because I wasn't happy with it. So having spent, I don't know, let's say 20 hours knitting this, having spent 20 hours knitting it, what a waste of my time if I then just didn't wear it. I mean, yes, waste of time when you've been enjoying yourself, that is an argument, isn't it? That's an argument to be had. I don't think any time is wasted if you've had a nice time or you've learnt something. So in that respect, knitting it and not wearing it wouldn't have been a waste of time if I'd learnt something and I'd enjoyed it for the next time. But to me, it just seemed silly. I'd got this perfectly lovely slip over and there was just this one tiny thing that was putting me off wearing it, and it didn't take very long to change it. It just didn't. But then I don't mind weaving in ends and I don't mind frogging. I don't mind frogging whole garments just to get the wool back. I just don't mind. It's all part of the craft. It's all part of the hobby. Now this, I'm going to have to write down what this is on the screen. I saw my friend Emma, Eldenwood Craft Emma, had knitted this. It's a pattern by La Bien-Aimée, and I just can't remember what it's called. I knitted it with some yarn dyed with onion skins, I believe, by Wool Matters. She sells her yarn locally in and around Bristol. And I love the colour that this is. It's kind of somewhere between a green and a beige. And I think it is absolutely lovely. And of course you can wear this scarf like this. It didn't even take a full skein of yarn. I've got some left over. I don't know where I've put it, but I've got 35 grams left over or thereabouts. But isn't that lovely? Is that not really lovely? I think I would tuck the ends in, just do a little tiny knot, wear it a bit like that. Oh, I really like it. I also would wear it. I've seen this done quite a bit. This is very vogue now. This is very, it's a look, it's a vibe. It's a, it's a Brora stroke toast, that kind of fashion vibe where people are wearing scarves like this over the top of their coats, like that. And I will definitely be wearing mine like that too, because I like it. You can just tie it in a knot like that. Or I saw Lurka from Fibre Tales. She's got a little jaunty triangular scarf necklet coming out that I'm keeping an eye out for, because it just looks so lovely. It's got these lace eyelets on it, and she wears that by tying a knot in one end, then poking her fingers through it and posting the other end like that. That does not look good. Let me try again. It might not work with this length scarf. I know it works with the Sophie scarf. I might end up with too big a knot. Let's go like that. Yeah, I mean, it's just another way of doing it. It just means you can slip it on and off quite quickly. Isn't it sweet? I very, very much like it. And then, of course, you could wear it like our late beloved Queen when you're in your carriage being pulled along by your horse. Actually, if it wasn't wool, if it was silk, it would almost be a little bit Audrey Hepburn. Put that on with a big pair of black glasses. Or it could be a little bit kind of babushka. I like it. I like it. Or let's go full on Barbara Good. This is probably another way I would possibly wear it. Out and about in the garden, probably not out in public. Kind of a bit bandana-y style. I say I wouldn't wear it like this out in public, and that is because I look like a twerp. Beep. That didn't work. Oh, look what I've just found on the floor. These are my leftovers of my 2 skeins from knitting my Manderley scarf. Oh, I tell you, it's so soft. Yeah, I don't really suit scarves like this. I mean, I do, but I don't. I mean, I do. What am I saying? During lockdown, I nearly always had a scarf on, but I didn't really wear it like this. I wore it more like, and it was usually a silk scarf. I wore it more like, do that. So you kind of fold it. And then let's just, what are we doing with these? Are we going to tie them or are we going to tuck them in? Just to cover up your ears. Yeah, I just wore it more like this during lockdown. I was out in the garden a lot and I had longer hair, and I like that. Except short hair can go a bit funny here, can't it? I will have written this on the screen probably twice now, given myself work, what this pattern is, and I will link it down in the description box. Was I saying earlier on, if I've forgotten anything or if you can't find it, then Google or just ask me in the comments. Oh yeah, look, that's how much yarn I had left over. It's loads, not quite enough to make a second one. Then I had some cotton that I wanted to use up, and also I have been using our little air fryer quite a bit, and so do the boys. They use it, and we've got this one crocheted like this but in blue hot pad thing that we use for it all the time, because this is just so like malleable and squishy and easy. If you've got an oven glove, they can be really cumbersome and tricky. A tea towel, the heat can run through really fast, but these are utterly perfect. All it is double crochet, single crochet in US terms. I just cast on as many as, is it cast on? No, it's chained, isn't it? I just chained on as many as I thought I wanted, and then I just went zip, 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 back and forth, and then did a little thing there. You can see here just about that this is two different pinks. This one's much thicker than this one, but they're just so useful. So they can go into action now. And then another little blue one. This one I didn't have enough yarn to do a loop, but it doesn't matter. I should just leave these near the air fryer. And then a tiny little mustard one. They don't have to be big. What am I looking at there? What is catching my eye? What is that? I can't see that in real life. Oh, I don't know what I've done there. It looks something like maybe I went into the row below. Design feature. And then a green one, finally a green one. Not finally a green one, finally, but last but not least, a green one. They were quite nice to do. I found them quite boring, but it was lovely to get the yarn out of my cupboard because it's been sat there winking at me for so long, and make use of it. Something very practical. And can you hear Margot snoring? She's behind me. There she is. There she is. This room is in its usual chaotic state because I've just been having a lovely time in here. I'm going to stick with the knitting. I'm going to go to this pile on my chair now. I would like to get some yarn to match this beret that Franca gave me for Christmas, because I would like to knit a jaunty scarflet that I can wear with it. I love this. It's my mushroom impression. I love it. So I have to go shopping. What a pity. I think I might go to Alternate Universe or No Frills Knitting. They're the two that are nearest to me. But I do have a day out planned in March with some friends to go down to Exeter to, there's two yarn shops really near one another down there. There's Wool on the X and Along with Anna. So I might wait and get it then. But by March, we're coming into spring. Yeah, I'll be wearing a beret and a little necktie in spring. So I might wait until then. Over Christmas, on my vlog, I showed an Advent sock yarn that I got from Spin and Blether. And the idea was you knitted one stripe a day throughout Advent on these 2 socks. I didn't manage it. I didn't even... Margot's snoring is distracting me. I didn't even ball up the skeins. I didn't get to it. So I've packed that away for next year. But bless her, Andrea saw that I had chatted about her yarn, and she sent me, she said, I got this, thought you might like it. Merry Christmas. She sent me a little Christmas present. And it's this sort of micro striping. Now, it is doing this swirly business purely because I am knitting a 56 sock tube, 56 stitch sock tube. Pretty sure if I'd done the regular 64 stitch sock, it wouldn't be an issue whatsoever. But look, I really don't mind. I like the colours. I enjoy just knitting round and round. I'm going to knit until it's completely finished. Then I'll put on, because it came with this contrast mini, put on a cuff at the other end, chop the whole thing in half, put 2 toes on the 2 halves, and then work out where to put a heel and do Kirby Werby's afterthought heel. And I'll shove an afterthought heel in. Probably using the heel that I like is actually a toe from Jules's Cuff Down, Jules from So Sweet Violet, Cuff Down, So Sweet Simple, or Simple Sock, Sweet Vanilla, Cuff Down Sock. I will link it below. Or Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears, her umbrella heel, which is an afterthought heel. I will link her as well. I cannot remember which pattern features her umbrella heel. She'll know off the top of her head, so I'll probably text her and ask her, and then I can link it. Yeah, so that's those socks. And here is the knitting I am very proud of at present, because my attention span is not the best at the best of times, but I, like many people, have an enormous amount on my mind at the moment. And whilst I am struggling to focus on things, it does me good to laser focus, hone in on something that I have to really, really think about and pay attention to. Now, you lace knitters amongst you are going to be going, oh, Gaynah, but that's the simplest lace. Why are you struggling? Well, it's just because, you know, in my mind right now, I'm singing a song. I am worrying about a couple of things. I'm thinking about what we're having for supper tonight. I'm what was the other thing? It was literally just, it was in my mind just then, and it was big in my mind. Now, see, that's the other thing. Things come in, they're really big, and then they fly back out again. Yeah, so I've just a lot on my mind. Oh, look at that. That's a lifeline. It's the only way I can do something like this is to put a lifeline in. Otherwise, I've got literally zero chance of getting the I-cord back on straight. Look at it. Oh, I love it. This is the Flora Scarf by Along Avec Anna. I saw this at the Big Flock when I was with my friend Sarah Daisy, and we both decided that we would knit this. I can't remember if we were going to do a knit along together. I don't think she started this, so I've gone ahead. I don't know if you can see it, how lovely it is. I'll perhaps put a picture of theirs up. Now this yarn is Hedgehog Fibres. Franca bought it for me. It's got to be almost 10 years ago now, which is horrifying. It is the softest thing. Do I have a ball band? No, because I'm rubbish. But it's definitely cashmere, and it doesn't itch either. No, I could knit myself a pair of knickknacks in that and it wouldn't itch my bum. Lovely. Actually looks like I am on my way to knitting a pair of knickknacks, doesn't it? There's the front and side. Need 3 more bits shaped like that, and I've got a pair of pants. Knickers. Knickers. I love that word. Knickers. Right, I'm just zooming along now. So I want to go out and see where Halibut is, because I haven't seen her and I'm worried. So, talking away on WhatsApp to my mate Suzanne about the Manderley scarf, and she was saying, oh, I'd like to knit one. I think I'm going to knit it in this colour, that colour. And I said, oh yes, I'd like to knit another one. And she said, I'm going to knit one in boucle yarn. I said, oh yeah, oh, I'd love to knit one in a white boucle. And she said, oh yeah, wouldn't that be lovely? Oh, and then the postman knocks on my door 3 days later. Happy Christmas, Gaynor. And she's given me, look, as a little present, some DK boucle called Snow Crystal. What a little honey. Honestly, I have just such lovely friends. I'll link her down below because she has a lovely shop. You might like her wares. So I shall be, yeah, I've got so many knitting plans. It's a nightmare. No, it's not. Oh yeah, look, here's the advent calendar that I hadn't even, oh, I lied to you. I lied. I said I hadn't even skeined it up. One of them is intact. The other one I did make a ball from. My yarn winder's gone up the creek and I'm really sad about it. But the people who made it have emailed me, because I emailed them and said, can you give me some troubleshooting tips? And they've sent over a link to their vlog on how to troubleshoot. I can't quite understand what they're saying. I need to get my son, who's sort of a bit of an engineer, to look at it for me instead. But I did enjoy winding that up by hand. However, now and again, that tennis elbow that I had during lockdown, which is good as gold most of the time, but certain things, repetitive movements, do make it niggle, so I have to be a bit careful. And then, oh, there's Halibut. Where have you been? You've been worrying me. I didn't know where you were. Where have you been hiding? Because you're nice and dry. Oh, she's precious. Honestly, these kittens have brought me so much joy and pleasure. They're meant to be feral, but they love me and I love them. Such happy girls. It's transformed how I feel about gardening. I just want to be outside gardening and hanging out with them all the time now. That and waterproof trousers has completely changed things for me. Oh, she's a sweetheart. She's got such a big, massive, fluffy tail. We call her the tail. You saw loads of her through Vlogmas, so you know what she looks like. I'm not going to start moving my setup around to show you her. Bunny spotted her and she's trembling, thinking, I want to get her. I want to get at that bit of food. Right, so Christmas time, Franca gave me this beautiful set of yarn by Herbarium Dye Works. I'm not going to be able to show you this without Getting in a right 2 and 8. That cat, she's so funny. Right, can you see? Oh my lord, look at these colours together. Oh, aren't they lush? Oh, aren't they lovely? Don't know what I would knit with these. Too good to be socks. What would you knit? What would you knit with these? I don't even know what yarn is comprised of, composition of the yarn. Herbarium Dye Works. Merino twist mini cake, 100% superwash merino. Oh, they can't be socks. 4-ply fingering, 28 grams, 73 meters, hand wash in lukewarm water. Colourway rosehip dyed with madder and lac and walnut. That is a stunning colour. Let's see what the others are made of. This one is acorn cup dyed with areca and walnut. What is areca? Areca. I had a bridesmaid called Barica. This one is colourway Gallo de Essinez. Dessinez. I can't speak French. I don't speak French. Naturally dyed with sandalwood. Oh, doesn't smell of sandalwood. This one is moss dyed with buddleia. Oh, I can hear my nanny Dot's voice in my head going, buddleia. That's a butterfly bush. She didn't say her U's like that. I can hear her in my head. I just can't get her out of my mouth. Right, that sounded weird. You know what I mean, though. Toffee rose dyed with cochineal, rhubarb root and coreopsis. Coreopsis. Oh, are they the little round yellow flowers? I have to Google that. I know what cochineal is. I feel bad about that. It's a lovely colour though. And then this one, buttermilk dyed with Java plum. I could make one of these because there are instructions for doing this stripy. I could make one of these stripy. The stripes go that way. I'd like the stripes to go that way. I wonder if there's a shawl pattern that is knitted, a small shawl pattern that is knitted from tip to tip, not edge to edge. You could also wear it like this, couldn't you? Could you? Or are we just not quite the right shape? No, we're not quite the right shape for that. Forget that. That's it for knitting, guys. I'm just going to pack this lot away. Right, if you were just here for knitting, then I'll say goodbye now. And for those of you who are still here, I'll show you what else I've been making. I learnt how to make these, and I've now made dozens. And every other day I tend to make another one just to make sure that it is locked in. And if ever I can't sleep at night, I've started making them. I just imagine myself making them, and that actually helps me go back to sleep, which is great. Another thing that I have learnt to make origami wise was from this gorgeous kit that I got from Clara. And it is full of these strips of paper. I don't know how many stars, 3D paper Frills stars I will, oh no, enough to make 20 stars. Okay, I have made a few already. Look at that. These will be lovely next Christmas. I mean, they're just lovely all year round, really, aren't they? But Christmas time is when the house looks like it should have stars dangling everywhere. Did you hear Margot make that funny noise just now? For such a small dog, she makes a lot of noise. And then I made a little one using some wrapping paper. I just cut out some long strips. I've very much enjoyed learning how to make those. And I need to make another one before I completely forget how to do it. Although there is a really good, in the kit, there's a QR code, there's a really good tutorial on how to make them. The only criticism I have got from that tutorial is that there's very irritating music playing all the way through. You know what I'm like with music, I'm a bugger. I am a bugger. Next thing to show you is some time ago for my birthday, from my friend Jo, who is also my pottery teacher. She was my friend long before she was my pottery teacher. She gave me for my birthday a kit for making paper sweet peas. So I had a merry old time making these out of crepe. That's blowing out a little bit. And honestly, can't quite believe that I made these. Aren't they fabulous? I've got a white one, a lilac one, peach one, and a burgundy one. And they make a very sweet little bouquet. You can bend them about a little bit to make them could do with making a fifth one, really. Maybe another, maybe even three, another, I don't know. But they're sweet and I enjoyed making those. There is enough in the kit to make a few more. There's not enough, there was a lot of paper, not enough wires. But you can get this florist wire from all sorts of places. In fact, I've probably just got bits of wire I could use knocking around. So there's those. I can't remember who makes the kits. The kit is out here. Let me go grab it. It's by Hive. They send you everything that you need apart from a pair of scissors. They even send you heat glue gun refills. Trouble is, you get very many different size glue guns, and those little sticks didn't fit my glue gun. I just used this instead, which is stuff that Wilf had for a school project. My battery's going low, it's telling me something. And last but not least, again, sticking with something that my friend Jo from Pottery gave me for a birthday present. I'm very lucky, aren't I? I've just sat here and gone on about things I've been given. I'm a lucky girl. I'm very loved and I feel it. Not that people have to give me a present to make me feel loved, because actually my love language is, what is it? It's nice words. Do they say words of affirmation? And it's acts of service. You do something for me to take the burden off and I'll just love you forever. She gave me then, going back to Jo, for Christmas, she gave me, so sweet, the online course for making a tunnel book by Wild Ink. Hang on, I'm just going to have to shut this dog up. Margot, come here. Come here. Let's just press on. We're going to have to ignore all these noises, okay? Jo gave me an online course for how to make a tunnel book. And yes, you can make these tunnel books. Just by looking at it, you can see exactly how it's done. However, the course gives you so many hints and tips and tricks. And it afforded me to give myself time to do it, because she had bought me this present, I needed to honour that and sit down and make the tunnel book. And I had the best time doing it. And now everything I look at is a tunnel book. Everywhere I look, I think, oh, that would make a nice tunnel book. So I was out by the greenhouse earlier on, and the kittens were mucking about by the rhubarb forcer. And I looked and thought, oh, that would look really nice, wouldn't it? Have the rhubarb forcer and then have the kittens, and then you've got the greenhouse in the middle at the back. How lovely that would look. I mean, honestly, everything is a bloody tunnel book now. So look, you get the 3 layers, the front, the middle and the back. I did mine as a bit of a wintry snow scene, as you can see, with a little robin, trees in the background, and a little cottage right at the back. It's really hard to see because it's almost like your eyes can see in real life some things that don't show on a 2D picture. The middle scene has got some glittery bits in it, and the back scene has got some goldy bits in it. And it goes all the way around. The picture goes all the way around. Look, here's the tree. It reaches over, all the way over, and then there's an owl. And then the next tree, the little bird with its footprints. Yeah. Loved making it. I've got some footage of each layer before I put them together, so hopefully you will be looking at that right now, so you can see what each layer looks like, because you can see with your own eyeballs when you're looking at the physical thing each layer fully as you move it around, but you can't really when you're doing it on, when you're filming it. But that was just such a lovely way to spend some time. And weirdly, so I've been trying to watercolour for a while and really kind of struggling with my expectations more than anything. And just sitting and making this along with the wild ink lady. Her name's Lucia, or Lucia. Don't know how you pronounce it. I've heard her say it twice as well. Sorry about Margot, honestly, I don't hear it anymore, but it's probably very annoying for you. Yeah, just sitting and crafting along with her, and she's chatting about different techniques and really holding your hand and saying, don't worry if something goes wrong, you can just do this later, or you'll forget that bit went wrong over time when you see the whole thing together. And it's just freeing, really, really freeing. I can't wait to make a few more. I'd like to make a really massive one for Christmas. Maybe a nativity scene, maybe a woodland scene, maybe a snowy scene. Oh, Toby has just walked in the door. I think that's all I have to talk about today. So I am going to say a hasty goodbye. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. And if you miss me over here, catch me over on my other channel, Gaynajane, where I put out a weekly vlog and do Vlogmas. And I might do other vlog series. I didn't last year, I didn't manage it, but I might do this year. Okay, toodle bit.